welcome everyone to the session on XR. I've always feel a bit old school to call this session XR because everyone I see over there, everyone is talking about the metaverse these days, and XR seems already to be an old-fashioned word, but I think we share the belief that XR will make the metaverse really come to life. The immersiveness is what we really need to make the metaverse become effective and beautiful at the end of the day. I'm glad to have my friends and experts here, Hugo and Omar, and we will discuss a little some of the key things around XR. And maybe I can share with you a quick video to start with.
Oh, let me get.
So, as you can see, there are plenty of exciting use cases. But before we go into the use cases, I want to share with you why we as DT work on this topic. What is our stake and why it's important for us. And we at DT, we believe in a flywheel. And the flywheel starts when you can see here with a network, right? We have our superior network with all awards we won so far. We have optimized that for XR, and that doesn't only count for Germany or Europe, but it's transatlantic with our US colleagues. And with our optimized network, we go via our APIs, we go towards developers. So we reach out to developers through our own Hubraum and accelerators, incubators, but also with some key partners, like we did programs with Qualcomm, we did programs with Apple, we did programs with Nreal, and we use them as a multiplicator to reach to a lot of different companies. And the developers develop use cases. And these use cases we bring to our customers. We test them with our customers, and we learn a lot on what works, what they need, what they don't need, in what way we can optimize those experiences with XR. And the use cases, we again then look in our networks and combine with our network capabilities and again optimize it. And that way the flywheel will spin and we will increase the speed of this whole development. And we have seen the development increasing over the last couple of weeks and months and the last year effectively, and the speed is really going up at the moment. But I don't want to talk too much about our inside-out view, but it's more about how do you see the telecom operators. Maybe I start with you, Omar. What do you think is the role of an operator when it comes to the whole XR market?
Thank you for having me here. And Sven, it's important that we say that we were here 3 years ago working with you in a similar booth, creating the first view of what that metaverse looked like. And we did it over an LTE network and mobile edge computing, highlighting the first multiplayer augmented reality game and really driving the benefits of mobile edge computing towards sub 25 millisecond at that moment. So I just want to make sure that we highlight T-Mobile's avant-gardeness in this space and how, to your point about it all starts with the network. It was that network and the added elements of mobile edge computing that we're able to provide this. Now, stepping back for a second, I think augmented reality is something that at Niantic, and this may sound arrogant, but in many ways, Pokemon Go was the first game that had augmented reality. More experiences with our games have provided augmented reality than over any other development platform. So we're really excited. We we've been talking and working on this since 2015, since our spin out from Google, and we're excited to partner with Qualcomm. As you'll hear later today, we have been working with Qualcomm since 2019 on their Spaces program, and really excited about the years. If I could finish with something, I think that I've been coming to Barcelona for 15 years, and then Pat before that too. So yes, I have the most gray hair here, as you can see. And this is perhaps the most exciting time of any mobile Congress. I think the intersection of networks, optics, and developers wanting to build this vision of the metaverse should make us all feel pretty excited to be here. So thank you for inviting me.
Thanks, Omar. Hugo, what do you think? Operators and the metaverse and XR, what's the thing?
Well, first of all, thanks, Sven. Thanks, Timo, Deutsche Telekom for inviting Qualcomm to be here. Long history of partnership and collaboration, making 3G, 4G real, and now 5G and spatial compute. I think the opportunities for operators in both XR and the broader metaverse is immense. You have all the way from augmented reality, as Omar talked about, but then virtual reality, and then anything in between with things like mixed reality. So you have this spectrum of possibilities, and within that, I think operators can go both after consumer markets and enterprise markets. In consumer markets with applications, such as the ones that Niantic offer, both in smartphone and in AR glasses. And then when it comes to virtual reality, things like entertainment. And I know that your team, Sven, worked quite a bit of time already in things like Magenta VR and things that were pioneers in this space. And then in the enterprise market, a lot of opportunities as well, with things like remote assistant, corporate training, where operators, I think, can play a key role in laying down the foundation for these applications. And then, in all these VR, AR, consumer, enterprise, all in the center is the experiences, is the developers and content providers that I think the three companies here are trying to bring together and create these experiences to be delivered, through networks and solutions, that operators have.
Yeah. Thanks, Hugo. That very good explanation here. I think we didn't choose the setup randomly, right? I think there's a strong collaboration between the three companies, and I want to connect the dots now a little bit. Can you say a couple of words about your Spaces program you just launched?
No, thank you. Yeah, for the longest time, we also started to work in XR a long time back. Actually, over 10 years, we have been investing in core technologies like tracking, right, head tracking, and core algorithms like VIO and SLAM. And as early as 2015, we started to develop products specific for head-worn experiences, virtual reality standalone headsets, and AR glasses. We more recently announced dedicated chips for augmented and virtual reality experiences. Actually, when I announced XR2 in Tech Summit, both Deutsche Telekom and Niantic were on the keynote of that announcement. But that's a little bit of history. And now we feel that we need to do more to help grow the market, help grow the ecosystem, and that's where Snapdragon Spaces comes in. Usually our model has been to take our chips, our technology, and sell it to hardware manufacturers. But we believe that we need to also provide means for developers to have access to the technology, create an ecosystem, an open ecosystem that can work across devices, that can work across the marketplaces, in the video, you saw the many features that we are making available through Snapdragon Spaces. So we have a new program that we will have a hardware developer kit, SDK, and then give that to developers to create experiences that later will be available on devices, and also enabling Snapdragon Spaces to partners like Niantic.
Omar, how does Lightship SDK fits into the story here?
Sure. So Lightship, for those who don't know, is our platform to build on top, to build AR gaming experiences. So it's something that we started building back in 2015, but we have released actually about 3 months ago. And our aspiration, our idea is to create a platform that any developer that wants to have an ARDK, and in the same way that Hugo uses the word SDK, we use the word ARDK as an augmented reality development kit, so that any developer can build on top, leveraging on all of our learnings of our games, be that Ingress, Pokemon Go, and now Pikmin, so that all these features, functionalities that our games have can be had in any other developer it can have. Our vision, if I could, is one about less scrolling, meaning doing less of this, and more strolling, meaning going out and walk and experience and adventure and meet other people. We take that very seriously. We do not believe in a virtual reality, Facebook Meta view of the world in which people are in their basement experiencing these things and just not moving and just not interacting with other people and not exercising. So our vision is a real world augmented reality, a real world metaverse in which the real world is augmented to these experiences. So this is the basis of Lightship. We want to enable that. We want people to go out, explore, meet other people, interact, and adventure.
Cool, thanks. I want to come to entertainment in particular, and maybe we can show a little video as well, which we did with a partner here. Very entertaining.
We at iCandyLab are redefining the viewing experience for streaming and TV. We power unprecedented streaming experiences for Emmy-nominated immersive storytelling, direct-to-consumer commerce, and virtual concerts. We've been working with Deutsche Telekom for the past 3 years, and we're continuously pushing the envelope to bring innovative XR entertainment formats into their customers' living room. For us, it was always important to make our experiences as accessible as possible. We're excited to see that Qualcomm's Spaces XR is bringing this accessibility to the HMD market. And for us to be selected as a launching partner, which allows us to bring what we have built for a mobile-first world to the next generation of head-mounted displays.
This is an example of a partner we've been working with, a startup partner, which we have also gotten through our programs, which have developed really exciting programs with us. And the European Championship application in summer was one where you use your phone, but also your glasses to have additional experiences, statistics of the games, see players in your rooms, etc. And there's more to come for the next World Cup, I can tell you already now. Now, question to you guys, entertainment, how important? I mean, for you, naturally, entertainment is the front and center and everything. Maybe we start from your end, Hugo. What role does entertainment play in the use cases?
I'll talk a little bit more about home entertainment and let Omar talk about more when you're in the out and about. You know, I really like you know, the use cases that iCandy Lab are shown, where you have a way more immersive and interactive experience with content at home. Be it live sports, where you can have a feeling like you are inside a stadium, you know, with a much wider field of view than the TV provides with you, with auxiliary, complementary information, potentially even around a TV, but also things like indoor games. You know, board games, I don't know about you, but I really like to play board games in a family setting. So having that possibility, once we have glasses, and having any kind of board game, you know, be overlaid on a table. So that's, you know, the kind of a use case that I think we're expecting. You know, many of the use cases that iCandy Lab shown on phone will just really get to the next level once you have it, you know, with glasses. You don't have to hold anything in your hand, and just become, you know, way more tied to or together with the physical world.
Yeah. That's how I see it. Yeah, absolutely. And for you, entertainment is front and center anyway. So I think for you, it's an easy one, right?
Sure. We actually think that in AR, outdoor AR experience, the killer app is going to be a World Explorer application in which people go out and, you know, understand the world around them. So, I mean, if you were to go out here in Barcelona and you walk by the old Fira, understanding, you know, how Gaudí, you know, an artist here from Barcelona, sort of interacted in the development of that, and seeing, you know, the real world objects and overlaying information over those, and sort of even if there's photography elements, sort of that Gaudí participated there, sort of overlaying that sort of very old photography to that. That, from our perspective, and if I could take it to even more, and if you walk through the Parc Montjuic, and if you look at the trees, and then to understand, you know, to look at the trees and see that, you know, these trees are this old, and that they were sort of planted because, I don't know, the mayor of Barcelona in 1840 sort of fell in love with them and brought them from London. It is these sort of things that make you really appreciate the world that we live in. It is these sort of things that will sort of drive exercise to your body. These sort of things that will let you meet other people that are there, and, you know, have a real dialogue about, you know, the world that we live in and how we can make it a better place, as opposed to sort of not having a dialogue, sitting in your basement and, you know, playing video games in a VR world. So all of this to say that we're working actively on a World Explorer application that sort of we believe will be sort of the reason why people go out with this. I fully realize that there are some technological challenges to build these, from the optics perspective, to build something that really works outside. We're excited to have been working with Microsoft. As you know, we created a prototype of an outdoor experience for Pokemon Go in HoloLens 2, and we're really excited at how that's coming out. And we're really excited about the next 2 or 3 years, because we believe, Hugo, as we were speaking prior to coming here, that this is the time frame that outdoor experience is really going to come together. And hopefully it will come together in a way that does not create stigma. Hopefully this comes together in a way that people are not intimidated by these very heavy glasses. So really exciting times, and, you know, excited to partner with you, Hugo, and with Deutsche Telekom to make it happen.
Very good.
That's speaking of which, where does it stand, all the glasses and all the equipment today? When we have launched last year, we have launched the first AR glasses with Unreal. We're working a lot with Quest 2 in the home and have use cases on there. But what can we expect this year and down the road too? I think you are nearest to that one. Yeah,
I think we're privileged in our market position, in our leadership, providing the chips and the technology to these multiple devices, and yeah, we have a very good view on how things are moving forward. On the virtual reality side, we expect devices to become smaller with the advent of micro displays, with the advent of things called pancake lenses that will make the devices smaller. Additionally, we actually have an European startup working on something called mixed reality, the idea of having color cameras that can capture the real world and pass that to the display. So I think that's how we see the virtual reality roadmap evolving, and I expect a lot of progress still in 2022. Smaller devices, this kind of mixed reality functionality. When it comes to augmented reality glasses, I think that there are kind of two tracks in augmented reality. There's the more, like Omar was saying, what Microsoft is doing a great job with the HoloLens, more of an enterprise, bigger form factor, and very rich experiences, all in one, and that's going to continue. Now, what I expect to have even more progress, even more excitement, is the evolution of those glasses that you mentioned, where you have a light glass that connect to a phone. This year, cabled, but going wireless, potentially, even later this year and in 2023. And then by that time, we have a very, I think, useful, very stylish type glasses that provide immersive experiences, and that's going to evolve rapidly over the next 2-3 years. So I think the call to action is really for anyone in the industry, developers in particular, that want to go after augmented reality, be it indoor or outdoor. I think the call to action is to start working now, because the time is about to come where a lot of people will have AR glasses in the home and in the streets.
Yeah, I believe the same thing. Omar, you are also going a little bit the hardware route these days, right?
Yes, indeed. We as part of our partnership with Qualcomm, we decided to go after our own sort of version of hardware glasses to create an Niantic-based experience. It is an exploratory endeavor and something that we hope we will learn a lot. If I could, I want to go back to your question, Sven, earlier, sort of the role of telcos here, and sort of because in the end, I mean, this device is so heavy because it has an enormous amount of compute and processing inside, hardware inside. But as mobile edge computing and better networks come in like yours, we expect a significant amount of that to be on demand at the edge. And I think there's two things that carriers will really have an impact to make the upcoming glasses as light as these ones. One is in the VPS, in the virtual positioning system. This is a very heavy piece of information that needs to reside at the edge. So hosting those elements at the edge. And two, enabling mobile edge compute. So be that for CPU or GPU, so that the processing is not done in your device, but it is done at the edge. So we're really excited to be here with both of you because we believe that it is this mix of chipset manufacturers, carriers, and developers that are going to sort of make that innovation happen. So
that's exactly how we see it going forward. Coming to developers, I think we have just one thing left which we need to also announce today and now. We've created and announced the developer program, what was it, in October last year, on Snapdragon Spaces, where we want to reach out to developers and open this Qualcomm platform together with us and with our accelerator, T-Mobile accelerator in the US, at our Hubraum in Germany. And today, I think, an hour ago, the press release came out that as of now, all developers can apply for the program. And they can send us the application, go on our application portal, and start going for the program. So we have a selection phase over the next couple of weeks. And we are really hoping and expecting that we have great developers applying and finding really cool use cases over the next coming weeks. So US, Europe, truly global program, open today, open now for developers to apply. So please go for it, Hugo.
No, I am super excited for this announcement. Snapdragon Spaces is, of course, a global program. We don't think that developers should just be developers that sit next to Qualcomm. Developers are everywhere. And I think going back to your original question on how do operators fit, well, operators can help scale that developer ecosystem. The operators are everywhere, and counting on Hubraum, your incubator, to spread the support to developers, to spread the knowledge on Snapdragon Spaces. Very exciting, and looking forward to see all the apps that our German friends are going to bring.
Yeah, I mean, we hope the combination of our APIs together with your SDK will really create great synergies there, and we're really excited. Thank you very much for joining us today. Any final things you want to claim or anything?
Thank you for having us here. These are really exciting times, and it's really exciting to have partners like both of you tackling this together. So,
thank you.
Dankeschön.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you, Deutsche Telekom. Thank you, Niantic, for the opportunity, and for everyone in the audience.
Thank you.